One of the important topics in modern India is Indian national movement. One of the topics is Indian national movement, we are calling Indian national movement. That's one of the important topics. We can see this Indian national movement that can be, so this divided under three heads. One is in the year 1885 to 1905. This one is called moderate era, we are calling. This is called moderate era, we are calling. So after that, in the year 1905 to 1920, this is called extremist era. This is called extremist era, we are calling. And 1920, 1947, 1922, 1947, we are calling this one as Gandhian era. It is called Gandhian era, we are calling. Like this, three phases they are there in this Indian national movement, we can say. 1885 to 1905, this is called moderate era. They believed in peaceful ideas and peaceful methods. And extremist era, if you see, they believed in a little bit violence. And after that, 1920-47, it is completely under the control of Mahatma Gandhi only. Like that, three phases they are there in this movement, we can say. First one, we can see, in this moderate era, if you see, moderate era, leader of moderates was Gopalakrishna Gokhale. G.K. Gokhale is called the leader of these moderates. G.K. Gokhale is called the leader of moderates, and already I told you he is called the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi also. In the sense here, Gopalakrishna Gokhale sacrificed life also. At the same time, he guided things to, so political situations to Mahatma Gandhi, and he is considered the political guru, we are calling. So in the year 1885, in connection with this only, so this moderates, so in the year 1885, Indian National Congress that came into force, INC we are calling. In the year 1884 only, Indian National Congress that came into force, INC we are calling. It is started by retired ICS officer. It is started by retired ICS, Indian Civil Services officer, that is by A.O. Hume only started this one. A.O. Hume, Alan Octavian Hume we are calling. But it is named as Congress by Dadabhai Nauroji. This Dadabhai Nauroji only. Dadabhai Nauroji named this one as Congress. Organization that was started by A.O. Hume, but it is called Congress by Dadabhai Nauroji. You know, this Dadabhai Nauroji is called Grand Old Man of India. He was called Grand Old Man of India, we are calling. And the book written by him was Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. This is Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. That was a book written by this one. Rule in India, we are calling. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Drain of Wealth, that was discussed in this book, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Like that, Dadabhai Nauroji named this one as Indian National Congress, we can say. INC came into force in the year 1885. And moderates mainly concentrated on this Indian National Congress. So this moderate era we are calling. Peaceful methods and peaceful ideas were followed by these moderate leaders. Leader of moderates is Gopalakrishna Gokhale. Other leaders like, so one is Mahadeva Govinda Ranade, one is M.G. Ranade, one of the important leaders existed. One is Dadabhai Nauroji is also one of the leaders existed in this. Dadabhai Nauroji we are calling. So at the same time, so this so Surendranath Banerjee, S.N. Banerjee is also one of the important leaders existed in this one. And W.C. Banerjee is also one of the leaders. Firoz Shah Mehta. This Firoz Shah Mehta is also one who existed in this one. Like this, many leaders, Badruddin Tyabji, so Din Shah Vacha. So all these are the moderate leaders who existed in this moderate era we are calling. Moderates believed in already, you know, peaceful ideas and peaceful methods in getting independence to India. In the year 1885 only, this Indian National Congress that was started. First meeting of INC in the year 1885, this first meeting of Indian National Congress, INC meeting, so that took place there in INC meeting that took place there in Bombay. So this meeting that took place there in Bombay at Gokuladas Tejapal, at Gokuladas Tejapal Sanskrit College. Gokuladas Tejapal Sanskrit College only this meeting that took place. First meeting we are calling. In Bombay only this meeting that was held. And this meeting was headed by, this is headed by W.C. Banerjee. This Banerjee, he was the leader for this one. Who headed this first meeting of Indian National Congress? Banerjee. Expected maximum numbers to this first meeting of INC, but only 72 people only attended this one. 72 people represented this first meeting of Indian National Congress. So this 72 people. Hence what happened during that time, this Viceroy of India was Lord Dufferin. This Lord Dufferin, he was the Viceroy of India. He commented that it is microscopic minority. Congress is nothing but what in the sense? It is microscopic. It is microscopic minority, like that he said. It is said was, it is called microscopic minority by this one only. Microscopic minority, like that Lord Dufferin called. Evo Hume commented this one as safety valve theory. Evo Hume also. Evo Hume. What he said in the sense, it is safety valve theory, like that. So this Evo Hume commented this one like this. Anyhow, Indian National Congress that came into force in the year 1885 only. First meeting of INC that took place in the year 1885. So there in Bombay at Gokuladas Tejapal Sanskrit College. So after that, so these regularly meetings were conducted. In the year 1886, INC, Indian National Congress, so meeting, INC meeting that was held in Calcutta only. It was held in Calcutta. It was headed by Dadabhai Nauroji. This Dadabhai Nauroji became leader for this one. And after that, in the year 1887, meeting was held in Madras. This Madras meeting that was headed by Badruddin Tyabji. This Badruddin Tyabji, he was the first Muslim to head the meeting of INC. This is important also. Badruddin Tyabji was the first Muslim to head the meeting of Indian National Congress. After that, in the year 1888, meeting that was held in Allahabad. This Allahabad meeting that was headed by first Britisher, that is George Yule, we can say. This George Yule, he was the chairperson for this one. So in Allahabad meeting. After that, in the year 1889 also what happened, meeting was held. So there in second time in Bombay. Second time this meeting that was held in Bombay, and second Britisher or second foreigner, Wedderburn. This Wedderburn became leader for this one. Wedderburn became leader for this meeting. Like that, every year they were conducting meetings. In the year 1890, they conducted second meeting there in Calcutta second time. It was held there in Calcutta. It was headed by Firoz Shah Mehta. This Firoz Shah Mehta became the leader for this one. Like this, every time they were conducting meetings and all the things went on well. They were discussing problems of India, maybe poverty, maybe illiteracy or ignorance. So all these things they used to have, conduct discussions on these problems. Like this, every year they conducted meetings and they discussed the problems of India. They wanted to bring them to the notice of the British government during that time. Other than Congress, if we see, in the year 1893, this Ganesh festival that was started by Ganesh festival we are calling. This Ganesh festival that was started by Balagangadhara Tilak only. Main motto of starting this Ganesh festival, bringing unity among the people, bringing nationalism in India. That's the main motto of this one. In 1893 already we know, Swami Vivekananda attended World Parliament of Religious Conference. That's one of the important things happened. In the same year 1893 only, Annie Besant came to India. That's also one of the things which happened. At the same time, first time in the world, New Zealand government, this New Zealand government granted right to vote to women. That's also one of the things happened. Like this, many incidents that are there in the year 1893. So Ganesh festival, that is also one of the incidents which took place, we know. After that, in the year 1895, this Balagangadhara Tilak, he also started Shivaji festival in memory of this Shivaji festival. that was started by, so this one only, Shivaji festival we are calling, the Shivaji festival that was started by this one. The main motto of this is also to bringing unity among the people, bringing nationalism among the people, like that. In which year? In the year 1895 only, Shivaji festival, 1893 Ganesh festival. These two are started by Tilak to enlighten people. Tilak started newspapers. One is Kesari and one is Maratha. These two are the newspapers started by this one. One is Kesari and one is Maratha. These two are the newspapers started by this one. Kesari is published in Maratha language and Maratha is published in English, like that. So these things happen. And the books written by this Balagangadhar Tilak is, one is Archaic Home of Foreigners, one is Archaic Home of Foreigners. That's one of the books written by this one. And second one is Gita Rahasya, that is a book written by this one in jail only. So these two important books are written by this Balagangadhar Tilak, like that. He played very important role also. Ganesh festival, Shivaji festival, these two are started. After that, if you see, in the year 1896, first time what happened in the sense, first time in Calcutta, so in Calcutta, there is Vande Mataram song that was sung. Vande Mataram. This Vande Mataram song that was sung first time in Calcutta in 1896 only. It is our national song, very well. And this Vande Mataram song that was taken from Anandamat. This was taken from Anandamat only. This Anandamat that was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. It was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee only. Like that. So this Bankim Chatterjee's novel Anandamat only it was taken. So like that, first time this Vande Mataram song that was sung in the year 1896. After that, 1897 already, one of the social reform movements, especially this in the year 1897, Ramakrishna mission that came into force. Already we have discussed this one, Ramakrishna mission. This Ramakrishna mission that was started by this Swami Vivekananda, and Vivekananda is called Spirit of India, Udbodhana, Prabuddha Bharata, they are the newspapers, all these, So then after this one, important incidents if we see, in the year 1899 to 1905, 1899 to 1905, Lord Curzon is appointed as Viceroy. Lord Curzon, he was appointed as Viceroy in India. So he said what in the sense, Indian National Congress is in oscillation in India and I will try for its disappearance, like that, he said, Lord Curzon. And in the year 1902, this Lord Curzon only introduced or appointed this Fraser Commission. This Fraser Commission that was appointed by this one, main motto of Fraser Commission is, so bringing police reforms. This police reforms only. For police reforms it was appointed, and this Fraser Commission recommended in every district a DSP must be appointed, Deputy Superintendent of Police must be appointed in district level, so to maintain law and order, like that it said. Like this, Fraser Commission, that is one of the important works which took place in the year 1902 only. After that, 1904 if we see, many incidents they are there. In the year 1904, Indian Universities Act was passed. Indian Universities Act we are calling. This Indian Universities Act came into force in the year 1904 only. According to this Indian Universities Act, so university is empowered, given powers to appoint all the personnel who are working in the university. Previously they are appointed by the British government, now powers are given to university only. Immediately whenever vacancy arises, they used to appoint this personnel also, like that. That is one of the important things came into force. And in the same year 1904 only, in the year 1904 only, Indian Monuments Act that was also passed. Indian Monuments Act that was also passed in the year 1904 by this Lord Curzon only. So in this same year 1904 only, Department of Archaeology that was also started. In the same year 1904, this Department of Archaeology that was started. So first director of Department of Archaeology is, so this Alexander Cunningham. Alexander Cunningham. This Alexander Cunningham, he was the first director of this Department of Archaeology. Like that, here what happened in the sense, all these important issues came to light. In 1904, one is Indian Universities Act, one is Indian Monuments Act was passed, Department of Archaeology came into force. All these came into force during the period of Lord Curzon only. So like that incident. After that, 1905, in the year 1905, what happened? So this Lord Curzon introduced divide and rule policy. Divide and rule policy that was introduced by this one, and divided this Bengal into two. Bengal division that took place. Bengal division we are calling. This Bengal division that took place. This Bengal division. One is East Bengal we are calling. One is West Bengal. In East Bengal, today we are calling this as Bangladesh, and West Bengal, present it is existing in India. So in East Bengal, 90% people belongs to this Islam community. In West Bengal, 90% belongs to Hindu. By creating religious clashes between these two communities, major religions, he wanted to bring differences and disputes also. But against this Bengal division, what happened? In the same year 1905, Vande Mataram movement that was started. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram means we are all one. Don't divide us. Basically, we are all Indians. Don't divide like that. Vande Mataram movement that was started by moderates as well as extremist leaders. It was started by moderates as well as extremists also started this one. Moderates and extremists. But what happened in the sense? This moderate said what in the sense? Moderates said that it is a problem of only Bengal. That's why the movement should continue only in Bengal. But extremist leaders, they said that enlightening people in India, that's very important against the British, and bringing movements against British, that's more important like that. They wanted to start this Vande Mataram throughout India. What are the slogans of this Vande Mataram movement? Slogans of Vande Mataram movement is, one is Swaraj and one is Swadeshi. Swaraj, Swadeshi, Swabhiman. These are all the slogans of this Vande Mataram movement. Swaraj, Swadeshi, Swabhiman, they became the slogans of Vande Mataram movement. Boycotting schools and colleges, boycotting this public or government offices, boycotting law courts, hartals, picketing, dharnas. So many activities have been conducted by these extremist leaders. And moderate leaders, they concentrated only in Bengal to enlighten people. Moderates leader was Gopalakrishna Gokhale, and extremist leader was Balagangadhar Tilak. Like that, so all these important issues they went on. So with the efforts of this Balagangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, they are the leaders of extremists, you know very well who are the leaders of extremists.